of the men I remembered so well because at that time there were ANC campaigns in Free State. So it was like municipality campaigns. So there were boards of faces of people to vote for. Like there were boards everywhere. And I remember walking, so this is now after school, I was going to an ATM and I saw this board in the street and I said, oh my God, that is the guy who raped me. I see his face. That is the guy who raped me. And I stood for a moment and I looked at this board. And back then I had a 3310, so you couldn't really take a picture.
Yeah, I remember 3310.
Yeah, I had a Nokia 3310, so you couldn't really take a picture of the image and save it. But I knew him. I could see his face. I went back to school and I told the friend that I was with that I saw the guy's face. And he said, okay, fine, we can report it. I remember going to police station Yako Tabanchu to go report it.
So did you report it 2 weeks later or a week later?
It was about 3 weeks later.
Okay.
Went to the police station, told them the story. They told me, sit in this room, we'll be back. We sat in that room for like an hour or two. And this police officer came back and said, you can't report the case here. They said, no, Iyako Bloemfontein. Took another taxi from Tabanchu, Rako Blom. Got there, Central Police Station, report the case. Sat for another 30 minutes, an hour. Came back, the police officer, and said, do you know who you're reporting the case against? I'm like, Kimoboniko posting, I don't know his name, but I know his face. And he says, poster effing. And then I explained the poster. And he said, okay, can you get in the police van and we're gonna drive around Motoropong, and if you see a poster with that face, I'm like, yeah, I can. We drove around different boards and I pointed it out and he said, no, can't be, like we will not do it. I am so sorry. It can't happen here. Went back to the police station, had a full interrogation of the whole thing. 2-3 cops came in, interrogated us for hours, and they said, no, can't be, we're not going to do it. I left.
They're not going to open the case?
They're not going to open the case. Absolutely not. And I remember just keeping quiet, knowing very well that I'm in trouble. And it was taking a lot of my school time because we were going to write the matric exam, you know. And I'm like, I can't be back and forth, go Blomo, because and I'm a student, I don't have money to go back and forth. But also thinking about my mom. How am I going to tell my mom the story? When I was supposed to be go skolong ke bala, ke fihlile jwang ko ditlabong, ke fihlile jwang maponiseng. Like, it's a whole big story that I literally don't have physical evidence for. And I knew my dad is so strict. My dad was going to beat my mom and me up for my indiscretions. Because we were already living in a home where abuse was a norm. And I just thought about my mom, and I'm like, if I ever tell my dad, he will beat my mom to a pulp. And I had seen it many, many times. Because he was going to blame her for my behavior. And how do I explain to my parents that I'm having sex with men that I don't know? Like, to them, it's not even rape. It's, I went there, I had sex with them. So, to my black mom, who is not even exposed to clubs and all of that, explaining that to her would be horrific. And I remember just going through the emotions of rejection, embarrassment, my body not healing.
Hello, Dumalang, and welcome back to Mgozi 101 with your girl, Mimi Nobody. Please do subscribe and hit that like button. I love you, and let's get right into it. Now, I know I might get a lot of heat for this one, but I feel like if I don't speak my true mind, then I might as well just give up on this YouTube thing, because then there'll really be no reason for uploading, only to kiss ass. Happy, I don't like kissing ass. I've never even tried. I don't know how it tastes. So I feel like Jake is not telling the truth, and this is not to say that what she says happened to her is impossible. No, it is possible, especially with these political figures. I mean, we know how they are. But here's a few red flags, or just gaps, whatever you may call it. The first one, you went to a club, met this guy there. Did he take you home? Did he book a room at a guest house and then proceeded to RU? Where did you end up with him? Because it's not adding up. Where did you end up with him? Because I don't see anybody like airing you right there in the club or whatever. I don't see that happening. Secondly, when she says, how do I explain to my parents that I'm having sex with men that I don't know? I feel like that's the closest to the truth you'll ever get. And what she said afterwards is just BS and her trying to like fix her mess at that point. And also, police, no matter how useless we feel they will never tell you to your face, oh, this person is too big and too powerful. We will not open a case. I mean, those people will make you give out a statement and they will give you all type of assurances, knowing very well who they're not gonna do shit. They will not be brazen enough to tell you to your face, hore, they are afraid. No. The guys will even take fingerprints if need be. They'll do everything. I know this because in my first year of varsity, I was stalked by a police officer. But they will not tell you to your face, okay, no, we're not going to do this. So what she just said, I call BS. I call BS. That's just how I feel. My personal opinion. TT. And please don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button on your way out. Bye.